monobrow something? Sorry. Your monobrow sweating.
That's the last thing you want to hear.
The monobrow. So, cutting weight is, it's weird because everybody could just fight at the natural weight, right? But the body's 70% water. So I can suck water out of my body and get an unfair strength advantage. The only problem is everybody's doing it. So in reality, do you actually have an unfair advantage? And this is why people cut weight. How would you go for the second round, Dave? Should I set for 20, say how you feel?
Yeah, so last time I went in, I think for 10, but we'll just do as, if I can do as close to 20, so
I'll set for 20. We'll get
at least 10, yeah. Set for 20, at least 10.
Say again, buddy?
Set for 20, but yeah, at least 10.
So minimum 10. The sauna is the hard part, right? The towels are kind of like active recovery. You're still sweating, but it's not as intense. But you're still getting that water coming out, which is great. So then when we go back into the sauna, it hasn't just been stop, start, stop, start. It's been start, slow pace, start, slow pace. And that way you keep a constant swell. So your body doesn't necessarily stop, just takes a bit of a chill.
Even being this low is alright, yeah?
Mate, the amount you're sweating.
Mate, it ain't that fucking warm, it ain't that fucking cold down there. I don't know what you think's going on.
Put your hand down there, man. It's not warm, it's not cold down there.
Nah.
Hey, what's wrong with you? So, checking for the beads of sweat is how quickly your body is getting rid of the water. I think the rule is, because we have a guy in our gym, Aritz, who helps all our guys make weight, is that once it's taking longer than 45 seconds for your body to bead up, we're hitting a bit of a wall. Take a step back. As you saw with Nath just a little minute ago, I think we did an hour straight and you're still beating up. But it was like, buddy, you've done amazing. Take 10 minutes. Let your body calm down a bit. And then you can start again. It's kind of like the body's warning, you're pushing me to my limit a little bit too fast. Let's dial it back a bit, take a break and start again. Nath, if you hit 20, right, technically, you've been sweating for an hour on it. Mm-hmm. If you want to be absolutely accurate with it, if you hit 20, you did 55 minutes of straight sweat. Mm-hmm. Only because you got out of town 5 minutes early. It's not that you wanted to get out, you're just like, fuck it, I can go sauna. You're doing really good. 1 second. What's the time on what's the time on? Nice. You got 6 minutes for me? No.
Yeah.
Good boy. Really well. I'm really happy with that. It's really good. Yeah, really good. The biggest risk with cutting weight is you leave too much to cut, right? And then you're putting yourself at risk. Your recovery could be pretty bad. And you've seen it where people don't cut weight properly and the next day they get hit and they're just down straight away. They haven't rehydrated properly, no matter what they do. Or it gets even worse where they faint, they get rushed to hospital, they get given an IV, and now, well, IVs are banned. So now your unfair advantages come in and the fight doesn't happen. So those are some of the risks, but when you have a good team behind you that's done it so many times, it's hard to make a mistake.
Is it worth someone getting my scales to check here?
Yeah, do you want to do that? Would you prefer that?
I just think it might be best.
But can you do me a favour? Can you go up to Nate's room? Where's your keyboard?
My key is wrapped up in my vest with my phone.
Absolutely drenched.
Let's go, man. Let me tell you. Well, do you know what? Just swing your legs out, mate. I'll drive you. I've got a towel, yeah, I got you. Yeah, do for me. Yeah, I've got one. Hey, they get to see Nathaniel with naked or something. It's a privilege.
Let me just let it reset.
Yeah, do your thing. As many times as you want. Yeah, I've got you. So, I did a podcast yesterday and he asked me how he's looked. And obviously, I don't mention names, so sparring is sparring. But for him to stop someone every sparring session, I've watched him do, for this camp, let's just throw 70 rounds. For argument's sake, give or take. I don't think it's far off of it. And every sparring session, someone was getting stopped. Also, Nath, your bead rate is wild. If it takes 45 seconds,
that's okay, but we're at a limit. You're beating up about every 15 seconds.
I've been with Nate for 9 years. That's probably the easiest weight cut I've ever been part of, with him specifically. Usually with him, I love Nate. He's an absolute nightmare. And even when he's not a nightmare, it's a nightmare. But that was probably, to date, the easiest weight cut we've done.
And what do you think the reason for that is?
Truth be told, I couldn't give you a reason why this happened. I can't tell you why that weight cut went so smoothly. Did he train harder than usual? Not really. He always trains hard. Did he change his diet? Not really. Maybe his body's just accustomed to now cutting the weight and his body's getting used to it. This is what we do now. It's fight week, let's drop the weight.
Up to this point one done, innit?
You're the boss. Couldn't ask him what he done. It's amazing. Let's lay down.
Just lay down for a couple minutes just to dry off.
You don't want to do it on a blanket. Just tie you up a little bit. Stay warm. Sweet.
Dry and then,
Yeah, we're gonna go to the officials. I want to add perhaps the biggest change, his whole family's here. Maybe he's in such a good mental space, he's like, yep, time to cut weight, and that could be the only factor I think that's different from what usually happens. As soon as you're done, you saw him, as soon as he walked in the room, it was like he hadn't cut any weight, right? Oh, daddy's home, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I actually think that's the factor that changed everything.
Love you. Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? I do stink, to be fair. So
Stink.
yeah, I need to go and have a shower.
Stinky.
Can Daddy go and have a shower?
Oh, what colour's the bus?
Daddy better go and have a shower. Okay?
Stinky.
If I sit you here.
Stinky.
So that is the hard part done, the weight cut. I think every fighter will agree that that's probably the hardest part of the sport. That's why I moved up a weight, because I just had sick and tired of going down to bantamweight. Majority's done. I'm going to sleep now, hopefully lose some in my sleep, and then the last little bit in the morning. But yeah, we're pretty much there now. That's the hard part, and now all I've got to do is go in for the fun bit.
Official weight 146 for Nathaniel Wood.